Welcome back to the drum mission. Let me first get the elephant out of the room. This is not a black eye. I've been having some problems with really dark eyes waking up in the morning. And this has been 3 years. Nobody's known what it was. Or 2 years, really. And come to find out, I've been suffering from dry eye, but a mild case, and in my sleep I'm rubbing my eyes, causing a problem. Anyway, when I'm on treatment, finally we got to figure it out. Hopefully this is the last time. But you never know. It could be the wrong diagnosis. Anyway, the drum mission. So last week I didn't have time to do a full video because I had too many gigs and the driver's ed class and just too much going on. And I'm trying to buy a house, so if you want to give some money to me, now's the time. Last thing I want to do, I'm trying to buy a tax foreclosure. That's another story for another time. Okay, and the country's upside down. I kind of want to be a little off the grid. So in some ways, not all the ways. Okay, so last week we did a teaser, a 1 minute teaser on shorts. You can see that in shorts, on the whipped cream roll. The whipped cream roll. What's the whipped cream roll? That is the Buddy Rich made this famous, the Buddy Rich version of the buzz roll. So here's the buzz roll. I'm using my pad now, but I'll switch to the snare in a minute. Buzz roll is, and so it's up and down, and I'm buzzing the stick. Now I'm doing this traditional grip. You can do it match too. Remember, I'm left-handed. So my traditional grip has my left hand playing match or regular fulcrum, and this is kind of like an upside down fulcrum, and my right hand is playing traditional grip. If you're right-handed, you would do the opposite way. So the regular buzz roll is up and down, and you're just buzzing the stick up and down. All right, and then putting them together. But it's not bad. It doesn't sound bad. A lot of guys have a good buzz roll. My buzz roll is not that bad. It's okay. But a long time ago, I learned the whipped cream roll, kind of by accident. I came across a video or something with Shaunessy, and I learned it. But we're going back with it. We're going back like to the late 90s or early 2000s, something like that. I forget what I was looking at, or somebody sent me to this thing with Shaunessy, talking about Buddy Rich. Anyway, the whipped cream roll has helped me to pass auditions above other guys who did not have one. What is the whipped cream roll? It is the buzz roll, but instead of going up and down, we're going side to side. Again, match or a traditional. But I'm not really dragging my arm across, it's more this. Okay, and what happens is, because you're not going up and down, you're getting less stick rhythm. You're getting more of a seamless sound. So I actually think I do the whipped cream roll better match than I do traditional, so watch. Again, it is a seamless sound. And I do it better match because it's easier for me to move the stick side to side with match grip than it is this way. Right? And I can do it, but I don't think it's as good as this. But notice, in. So let's take that to the snare, and you want to get good at this. I'm going to tell you a quick little story. When I first got to Michigan a few years later, I was auditioning, not really auditioning, it was like an audition gig for a blues band, a guy named Waylon Dale, who had a lot of gigs. And he used pickup guys all the time. He was a harmonica player, great guy. He passed away since then. And I got called last minute. He never had really played with me or met me. And he knew I played a lot of rock gigs in the area, but he never knew if I could play blues. And he asked me to come in and play a blues gig with him. And it wasn't that big of a gig, but I was open, and I did it. And the very first tune, he did a slow blues thing. That was his thing. He was very much like that Delta kind of blues. And I entered, after 4 bars, with a buzz roll. But I did the whipped cream roll. And he said to me after that that gig, he said, "You want to do a bunch more gigs with me?" I said, "Well," he said, "I'd like to make you my regular guy, and then you can do other things too. I know you like to. I know you play rock, and I think I had a Beatles band at the time. I don't remember." He said, "But I can always tell a good player by how smooth their roll is." And I've been doing the whipped cream roll for a long time. So let me do the whipped cream roll for you now, the way it should be. Okay, remember, I'm going side to side. And I'll show you, I'll try a traditional grip too. I don't think mine is as good. Here we go, side to side. 2, 3, 4. You can see. Compare that to this. Right, so let me do the same thing. 3, 4. So it's a little more symmetrical, the buzz roll up and down, but you can hear that sugar, 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 as opposed to it's a really cool way to enter a tune. If there's a little bar break, to bridge the breaks, there's no time. And I don't have this snare really tuned right. This is an old head, but even as old as this head is, and as little bounce as I get from it, you can hear compared to, it's a subtle difference. But let me tell you the truth, if you do this on a gig, they're gonna love you. They're going to love you. Let me show you my traditional grip version. 3, 4. So, why am I showing you this today? Because this technique, you might say like, well, I don't do that much in my playing. Why do I need that? This technique of side to side is just another tool in your arsenal, because you can use this for brush technique. Yes, you use it in brush technique. You can use this in just playing, how you graze the cymbals. This will help you. Every little tool you can put in your arsenal will help you. Every little tool you can put in your arsenal will help you. I normally play you out with something, but it doesn't make sense with this. I'm going to show you the Ted Shaunessy video, or at least part of it, as we go out. And I will see you next week, and we are going to talk about traditional grip. There's a lot of videos about traditional grip on the web. Some of them are good, some of them are bad. We're going to talk about how do you play traditional grip and why you want to play traditional grip, and you don't really have to, but we're going to talk about that next week. Anyway, guys, I will see you on the next one. Take a look at what Ted Shaunessy said years ago that changed my mind about the whipped cream roll. See you on the next one, guys.
One of the things I'd like to show you that Buddy showed me, although a lot of times he didn't like to really talk a lot of nuts and bolts about drumming, he'd like to talk about sports. Let's go have some good Italian food or some good deli food. But one thing he showed me at my request years ago was I noticed when he rolled very loudly how seamless it was. You never seem to hear the hands hitting. Every drummer wants to roll like that, but Buddy did it better than anybody, and he particularly could roll very loudly. So I noticed his hands making sort of 2 circles, and I said, "What is that you do?" He said, "Oh, that's the old whipped cream roll that I got from some of the old New Orleans drummers." And he demonstrated it for me. Simply what it is you come in sideways in a circular motion on the drum, kind of like this, so that you have less hand hits than when you play like this. Meaning no matter how good you are with the straight up and down vertical, you're going to get quite a bit of hand rhythm. Buddy circumvented that by using this old New Orleans technique, and he went. in essence, by stopping the vertical hit and making it sort of sneak in at an angle, this is where he got this beautiful seamless roll, even at a very loud volume.